Hey everyone, it's Mike here from The Art of Guitar. As some of you know, I'm in a Heart tribute band part-time, and one of my favorite songs to play is Magic Man. That intro that Roger Fisher plays in the beginning of that song has always been this mystery to me. I always knew it was reversed, it has that reverse effect to it, but I never really studied it or broke it down to the point where I really understood it. So what I have to do live is I have to emulate it as closely as I can and get that reverse sound in just how I play it. Of course, there are a lot of subtle elements that you can't do because the actual solo is reversed. But I thought it'd be really fun to do a fun experiment like I like to do and take the original, reverse it in Pro Tools, and learn it the way Roger actually played it in the studio. But in doing that, I actually heard some new things that I never knew existed before. And so I wanted to make this video and share with you what I discovered. So if you take the actual track and reverse it, it sounds like this. So as you can hear, the main guitar part is now played forward sounding. It no longer has that reverse effect, except for the very end. It kind of has that backward sound at just the very last hit. And that really caught my ear because he plays an F note and all of a sudden it unbends and then it gets that little reverse hit at the very end. So I thought, okay, everything that I just heard was now being played forward except for the tail of that very part. So I did a little bit of thinking and I'm like, okay, I think I know what they did in the studio. So this is my personal theory. I'm actually going to get a hold of Roger Fisher. We did a podcast a while ago, so I still have his contact information. And I'm going to verify this and I'll put what he says in the comments section. But I just wanted to share with you guys my theory and how to recreate this on your own if you want to. So the first thing I had to do was I had to learn how Roger originally played the solo before they reversed it in the studio for the final product. So it goes something like this. Now, if you take what I just played and reverse that, you'll get this. So you probably hear the glaring problem, which is the very first bend that's supposed to be there isn't there. It just kind of fades in. So what do we have to do? This is where it gets a little bit confusing. What I believe Roger did was he recorded a separate track of just a 1.5 bend to start the solo off. Now, if you take that 1.5 bend, which is now on its own track, and put it at the very beginning of the main part that's now been reversed, and then you do what's called a crossfade. That's where when the beginning bend fades out, the other track fades in, and you can kind of hear it if you listen to the original track. You hear a little bit of two guitars happening at the same time before the reversed guitar main part kicks in fully. So to summarize it, Roger started off by playing the main line forward like this. They reversed it. By the way, I have it easy with Pro Tools. Back then they actually had to do it with analog tape, reel-to-reels, so there's a lot more involved in doing it that way. But they reversed that part. And then all Roger had to do to make the intro come in with a big bend is to actually do the bend forward and then paste that in the beginning of the track. The tricky part is recording it correctly, hitting the exact right pitch, and then doing that crossfade. Back then they had the analog boards and they would have had to do it with faders. All I had to do was click and drag, so like I said, I'm pretty spoiled when it comes to production compared to what they used to have to do back in the old days. So next time somebody claims that the beginning of Magic Man is completely reverse guitar, you could say yes, most of it is, except for the very first bend is actually played forward. So I'm really interested to contact Roger and find out if this theory is correct. Like I said, I'm going to let you guys know. I'll pin it in the comment section, and I'll do that if and when he gets back to me about this. Okay, everyone, thanks for watching. This was a lot of fun for me to investigate and try to figure out. Hopefully it was fun for you guys to watch as well. And if you ever want to recreate this on your own, if you have your own digital audio workstation, you could definitely try to pull it off. It's a lot of fun just trying to recreate it on your own. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.